Hey everyone, welcome back to Bear's Workshop. Today we're going to talk about this Echo HC-152. This is a hedge trimmer that we use. We probably have about 20 to 30 of them. I would say we try and keep at least 8 to 12 working all the time. The rest are for parts. We've got lots of parts all over the place. We've got a table full of blades. We've got blades hanging off the walls. We've got cases, the crankcase down there. We try and keep several different hedge trimmers that are working as spares so that when we have something that breaks, we have something that's ready to go, and we're always doing repairs on them. So I'm just going to go over this briefly over what we do with them. Obviously we use them to trim bushes. I'm not going to show you how to trim a bush. If you're looking at this, I'm sure you know how to trim a bush. Just want to talk about some of the things that you do if you're new to the hedge trimmer. How it works. It's a two-stroke, so whenever you start it, you got to put it to choke. You just pull it a couple times until you hear it start. Try and start once, and then you just go ahead and pull it, and it's going to start. So nothing unusual about that, nothing weird. That's how it should start. Nothing else should be required. If you're having problems with it, we're going to make some other videos on what to do when you have problems. I just want to talk about some of the maintenance items that we have to keep these things working. Since we have so many parts, we have extra carburetors, we've got extra blades, spark plugs, fuel filters, and air filters. So I'm just going to show you quickly what we have and what you want to do to keep these things maintained and running properly. And then we'll go over in another video all the things that can go wrong, like blades locking up, carburetors that are stalling, fuel not getting into the carb, and what you can do to fix it. Everything from the ignition coil can go bad, how to replace that. On the exhaust side, you've got the muffler. It's got a filter screen on it, and problems that can cause with the spark arrestor on the muffler. So this is a basic unit that it's probably been in service for a while. We've got a born on date of December 2017. So we've had this one running for about a year and a half, almost a year and a half. It's dirty. It's used. If you look at these blades, they are not shiny. These have not been sharpened. So I'll show you how we sharpen them real quick. I won't get into the whole sharpening and show you how to do it, but I'm going to show you what we use to sharpen it to keep these maintained. So two-stroke oil. We buy our bottles that are of premix, which has for 2 gallons. So we mix 2-gallon jugs. Always keeping it straight. You don't want to get your mixture messed up. It will foul up the engine or the motor. I don't want to call that an engine. You've got your air filter, which is right here. You spin this off, and these should be replaced regularly. This one has been replaced already, nice and clean. We buy them in bulk from China because they don't last long, so spending $10 or $15 on one that's going to last just as long as any other, we don't bother with it. So just a straight air filter, we buy them in packs of 20 off of eBay. And you've got the fuel filter also, which is inside the gas tank, and to get to it, recommend using some sort of hook. You can try and put your finger in there and pull it out, but it's kind of difficult sometimes. This one comes out pretty easy, but that's where it is. These can clog up, so you do want to change them regularly, and also make sure you push them all the way back down so they're sitting in the bottom of the tank. But this is another eBay item. Buy them in large packs because we go through a lot, and they're just cheaper that way. One of the maintenance tools that you will need on this is a T25 Torx bit. We'll use something like this Neiko kit. We always keep this around. This has Torx bits that go from a T8 all the way up to a T60, and it's very handy to have them around. On this particular tool though, we've got some deep Torx screws that you got to get down deep, and those don't work when you're trying to get to those. And in other videos we'll talk about how to take this apart when necessary. Another maintenance item, of course, is the spark plug right here. This just pulls off. You pull out your spark plug and you just replace it with another one. Again, another item that we buy in bulk. These are, let's see, NGK's, this is 7131. It's a BPR6ES, and we'll buy them in packs of 10 off of Amazon. Just easier that way. I tried to set up for recurring, but you can't set them up. They don't have it set up that way. So another thing, another maintenance item is lubing up the blades. We use just a regular grease gun. We bought a fancy one because it came with a battery, so it made it cheaper, because it's always good to have extra batteries around. But this connects right into here, and you'll just push that on. I'm going to do this one right now. Just put a battery on here, and what you do is you flip it upside down, and you got it hooked up. You hold it tight so that it doesn't come out the sides, and you pull your trigger. Now this is going to start pushing in all the grease, and you stop when you see it start to come out this edge right here. That way you know it's full. It's got no other place to go, but there's little spaces right here, and that's where it will come out. Okay, so it started to come out right here. I don't know if you can see that, but right here, a little bit of grease. And what's coming out is the real nasty stuff. Some of the old dirt that was in there. It's pushing out. We haven't taken this off and rebuilt it or done anything to it. So there was some grease in there, and now this one is lubed up. So we just take that off, put our grease gun away. Okay, the other thing that you want to do to keep your trimmer running for a long time is to sharpen these blades. So what we use on that is we have just a sharpener, a blade grinder. You get these at Home Depot. When you do these, you have to do one tooth at a time. Usually we'll stick it in a vise so that will hold this, and we'll do one tooth, and we'll go along the entire track here, and then we're going to flip it over, and we just made a little stand so that you could do it like this. This we put in the vise, and since that's up a little bit higher, it sits here so that holds it steady. Then you sharpen the other side, the bottom, but then you have to start it up, and you've got to get your blades to rotate so that you can sharpen the other side of the tooth, because right now they're overlapping. You couldn't possibly do this tooth because you've got the top side. So this is what we use to sharpen it. Constantly sharpening it. This one needs sharpened. We're going to do that in another video, show you how we get them all sharpened up. But this is the tool that we use, and if you're going to be using this a lot, this is what you need to keep this sharpened. Another maintenance thing that you're going to want to do is keep all your bolts, your nuts and bolts for your blades. They need to remain loose, but not too loose. These spin, a couple of these spin, this one doesn't. If they get too tight, and they will just by vibrating, they can lock up your blades. We're going to do a little video on that later to show you how to unlock your blades when they lock up. But this handle needs tightened on this one, and there's ways to do that. So we'll go over that in another video. But those are some of the maintenance items to keep these items running for a long time. The carburetor, obviously you want to keep clean. This one is pretty clean. We've got no real dirt on them, but they get built up, and the dirt, when you get piles of dirt on them, causes the engine to overheat because of there's no place for it to escape. So that's pretty much it on how to maintain an HC-152. This is going to be very similar for most hedge trimmers. So when you're maintaining your hedge trimmer, make sure it happens. Because if it doesn't happen, it's going to fail on you. And also keep your fingers out of the blades. You will chop your finger off. All right, well, hey, thanks for watching. If you got any questions or comments, please leave them. Hit the like button and give me a subscribe. Thanks for watching.